Tilly the Tiny Turtle. A motivational tale about courage, growth, and never giving up. Tilly was the tiniest turtle in her whole family, maybe the tiniest in the entire sandy shell beach. While the other hatchlings burst from their eggs with boldness, flapping their flippers and racing to the ocean, Tilly was different. She peeked shyly from her shell. She wiggled slowly. When the wind blew, she tumbled backward like a pebble. "Tilly's too small to survive," whispered a crab. "She'll never make it to the ocean," said a gull, peering from above. But inside, Tilly had a spark. A small, quiet voice inside her shell whispered, "You may be small, but you're strong in ways no one sees." But inside, Tilly had a spark. A small, quiet voice inside her shell whispered, "You may be small, but you're strong in ways no one sees." The journey to the ocean was full of dangers. A sand dune as big as a mountain towered before her. A hungry heron scanned the beach. Giant waves crashed like thunder ahead. Her siblings had already reached the water. Some were already swimming. But Tilly kept going. When the dune blocked her path, she crawled around it. When the heron swooped, she stayed still and hid in her shell. Each tiny step was a triumph. And after what felt like hours, she dipped her flippers into the salty sea. She had made it. But the ocean was bigger than Tilly ever imagined. Waves tossed her. Currents tugged her. She was soon separated from her family. Alone in the vast blue, she floated. A jellyfish drifted by. "You'll never find your way," it said softly. A grumpy eel muttered, "You're too weak to survive." Tilly closed her eyes, heart thumping. But that small spark inside her whispered again, "You made it to the sea. You can make it anywhere." And so, Tilly paddled on. As Tilly swam, she met others who had faced their own struggles. A dolphin who stuttered when she sang but had the kindest heart. A crab with one claw who built homes out of shells no one else wanted. A fish who was too colorful to hide, but brave enough to swim into danger to help others. Each friend saw something special in Tilly. Not her size. Not her speed. But her spirit. "You keep going, even when you're scared," the dolphin said. "You think before you move," said the crab. "You don't give up," said the fish. And slowly, Tilly started to believe those things were true. One evening, dark clouds rolled over the sea. A terrible storm began to churn the water. Tilly and her friends were swept in different directions. Waves grew like watery mountains. Lightning cracked the sky. A small boat carrying fishermen had capsized. Two kids clung to the wreckage, calling for help. Most sea creatures swam away in fear. But Tilly paused. She remembered every tiny moment that led her here, the dune, the bird, the wave. "I'm small," she said, "but I can do something." So, she swam to the dolphins and signaled with her flippers. She called to the crabs and fish. Working together, they formed a rescue line, guiding the children to safety on a drifting piece of wreckage until help arrived. When the storm passed, the sea was calm. And everyone said, it was Tilly who saved the day. Years later, Tilly returned to Sandy Shell Beach. No longer tiny, but still gentle and thoughtful. The crabs bowed. The birds whispered. The young hatchlings gathered around to hear her story. And when one little turtle asked, "But weren't you ever afraid?" Tilly smiled. "Every day," she said. But I learned something important. She leaned in close and whispered, bravery isn't about being big or fast. It's about moving forward, one small step at a time, even when you're scared. Moral of the story: even the smallest step can lead to the biggest change. You don't need to be the biggest, fastest, or strongest to make a difference, you just need to keep going.